2023 general election.
With the inflation rate we have in this country today, if around sellers complete these projects, it will be more expensive than the original cost when it was awarded.
Apologies for that. As people recall that there was no law stopping Governor Nyesom Wike from campaigning in 2015.
It has never been done before in the state. Why must it be this time? We don't accept it at all. You cannot stop us from campaigning. When we contested as a governor, I believe all these orders were not there. So to me, these are all moves to undermine other political parties from participating fully in the elections. It's a contest, for God's sake. Everybody should be allowed to participate. Everybody should be allowed to campaign.
Similarly, APC spokesperson Darlington Wuju said the executive order contravenes the 1999 constitution.
All the executive orders 21 and 22 are violate the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As no state governor or House of Assembly of a state has powers to legislate on an area that is not on the concurrent legislative list of the Constitution. Is it not laughable for the Rivers State governor to tell the world that he wants his political opponents to come to him to get approvals before rallies, conferences, or meetings could be held?
In the same vein, a lawyer in Port Harcourt, Peter Keo, says the recent Executive Order 22 signed by Governor Wike is going beyond its boundaries of regulatory functions.
The government cannot interfere in the manner, in the way you use it. Whether you want to give it to a political campaign or you want to meet there, you have a right to meet. And freedom of association is guaranteed, is another fundamental right guaranteed in the Constitution. So you do not need the permission of the state government to gather in your house. People of language coming to discuss something in the private property of an individual. The government cannot stop you. So that executive order is contrary to the Constitution.
Mr. Peter Keo called on politicians and political parties to challenge the order in court. Recall that the Commissioner for Information, Chris Finebone, in a statement said the order also prohibits the posting of bills or posters or any other material in unauthorized places. The statement also said that any political party or association or body of persons that wishes to use any premises, building or structure situated in a residential, urban area of River State as campaign office must obtain permission from the River State Commissioner for Urban and Physical Planning. Moving on, River State Governor Nyesom Wike has called for attitudinal change in the way contracts are awarded in order to address issues of project abandonment. Governor Wike said this during the commissioning ceremony of the Faculties of Basic Clinical Sciences and Clinical Sciences building of the Medical College of River State University.
With the inflation rate we have in this country today, if around sellers complete these projects, it will be more expensive than the original cost when it was awarded. But that tells you that, look, we must change our pattern so that we will not be having abandoned projects. We must change our pattern. That's why I told anybody who cares to hear, by the grace of God, I will not leave any project unfinished. I will make sure all the projects we have started are finished.
On his part, Chairman, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Abba Hassan, who commissioned the project, said the facility will provide opportunities for research and training. Away from that, the remaining 10 foreign nationals suspected to be oil thieves have been arraigned before a federal high court in Port Harcourt today. They are among the 26 foreign nationals charged with false pretense, attempted crude oil theft, piracy, among others. These set of suspects also pleaded not guilty after the charges were read to them. The presiding judge, Justice Turaki Mohammed, after listening to the application of the prosecution lawyers on the amended charges, ordered that they also be remanded in their vessel till the next adjournment. The judge also ordered that the suspects be allowed to see their lawyers and have access to medical attention when the need arises. Correspondent Soibi Oruwari reports that the case was adjourned to January 10 and 11, 2023 for the start of trial and possible bail applications. The 26 foreign nationals were arrested on board a crude oil vessel at Akwa oil field within River State on August 8 by the Nigerian Navy. A senior citizen in Iriebe clan, Charles Eleto, says there is no leadership tussle amongst the Francis Hanacho Eleto Community Development Committee, CDC, in the area. Mr. Leto said in an interview that the deposed paramount ruler, Jeremiah Waremu, is imposing Innocent Leto as the chairman, Community Development Committee in Irebe Clan, where there is an existing CDC leadership. He said it is in gross violation of the constitution setting up the CDC. He said Mr. Waremu lacks the power to remove a constitutionally elected ESCO whose 4-year tenure is only 11 months old.
That make up give a community for me. Others Rumoda and Okrus. So Okrus was holding the CDC chairman. When it's time for us, the Rumoda to take over the leadership. 30th of September 2021, I was there at the town hall. I was there. So fortunately, the election was free and fair. That Francis Eleto, God was clear that he won the election against one Simeon Eleto to problem contest. And there was no wrong about it. If there was any other about the CDC, I'm not aware and I cannot give consent to you.
The youth president of Irebe Clan, David Eleto, also spoke on this. He called on community development. He called on Mr. Waremu to prove that Mr. Eleto contested for the chairmanship of Irebe Community Development Committee held last year.
There is no crisis in my community. What we know is that the community has taken a step by dethroning one Chief Jeremiah Warren, who happens to be the paramount ruler of Irebe before. And ever since then, he and his younger brothers, they've been trying to ferment a crisis in the community, which will not hold any water. So now, talking about one man that is laying a claim of being a CDC chairman. Sorry, it's laughable anyway, because CDC is a 4-year tenure system. It's not something one can just wake up one day and you claim to become a CDC chairman.
Mr. Waremu and Innocent Leto are yet to respond to calls and text messages sent to them. One of those that have been involved in the forceful takeover of plots of land by Rumu Ijima and Rumu Amadi Ojukwu families in Rukwaku clan, Collins Chinda, says he's not aware of any invasion and destruction of plots of land belonging to the Rumu Ijima and Rumu Amadi Ojukwu families. In an interview, Mr. Chinda also said it is not true that the land called Edidna Mba belongs to the Rumu Amadi Ojukwu family. He asked that they allow the court to decide who owns the land.
I know I was in court with Toflos Amadi and others over a particular land that a group of people gave to my grandparents. We are in a big court. And you know, it will be content of court on my side if I should go and invade the land. Well, I know that we are in court. At the end of the day, court decide who owns the land. That's where I lie. I am not a criminal. Even this Amadi Ojukwu, I bought a house in their community. They know me that I've never associated myself with any activity. I'm not part of it. Go and verify it. I don't know what is happening. I've communicated with my lawyer. My lawyer will pursue it in court. At the end of the day, whatever court decides, we fall back.
He further said he's not a land grabber as alleged by those families.
I make an entry. I don't know who is grading the land. I have no hand on it, none and void on my side. And I'm letting public know that all they are saying about me is false. I want to let the local government chairman know there is no area they have grabbed any land and my name is being mentioned. And the state government to be inclusive the IG and the commissioner of police that my name have never gone to any station as a land grabber. As a citizen of Rukwaku, I have never grabbed anybody's property, and I believe in rule of law. I am not in any way involved in any land grabbing of our land in this.
On his part, Macaulay Ebunda, popularly called Abuja, who was also mentioned in the said invasion, said he bought over 9 plots of land from the Omohia community in Iguruta clan, who he claims are the original owners of the land. Mr. Wanda warned the Rumu Ijima and Rumu Amadi Ojukwu families against unruly remarks, or he will seek legal redress on the matter. He asked the general public to disregard their comments on forceful takeover of plots of land.
I bought a 9 plot of land from Iguruta, and when I was fencing that place, these people used to come. I told them, but I do know Minodo and to Share Road location belongs to Iguruta. They will come in the daytime where the people are working. They will not come with police. They will not come and say, they will come in the night and fall my fence. They fall my fence twice. Then based on that, I said,
they are following my fence. So good, I say the whole land from that Minodu corner is their own. That okay, as last they will go and grade their land. And is Wanyang Obina, and which I know they show me so many documents. So I do know as a room of Master that place belongs to Igrita. Azuminanga, which land is called Azuminanga.
Still ahead, federal government insists fuel subsidy will end next year. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The executive chairman of Eche local government area, Obinanyanwu, has flagged off the reconstruction of an ultra-modern town hall building in Umwechem community, Umwechem Chokocho, Abara Ward 4, as part of his One Ward, One Project initiative. Speaking at the flag-off exercise in Umwechem, Dr. Anyanwu said the project is a fulfillment of his promise to the people.
I always say, I'm not just a chairman. I'm a servant to my people. I promise my people that came together with their votes. I'm not taking your love for granted. That is why I said I will come to this world and say thank you for voting me into power, for giving PDP the support. That is why you see us going from one work to the other. And I want to assure you, today, no project will be left abandoned.
And his part, the PDP chairman in Eche, John Otamiri, commended Dr. Obinanyanwu for leaving indelible footprints across the 19 political wards of Eche local government area through execution.
And that the spirit of His Excellency, who has delivered dividends of democracy, has entered His son, the chairman of council, and he has emulated the Dr. Lion of Nigeria, the governor of Rivers State. Mr. Chairman of council, may I, on behalf of the People Democratic Party, say your job is showing everywhere that the local government is earning money and you are using our money very well. May God continue to guide you.
Earlier in his welcome address, the chairman, Community Development Committee of Umechem Community, Gotsin Iroebu, said his people are happy to witness the first local government project being executed by Dr. Anyanwu in the area.
Permit me to further congratulate the project chairman of Eche local government, Honorable Dr. A.V. Anyanwu, for emulating His Excellency Chief Barrister Ezebonwo Nyesowike by approving the One World, One Project, for which the Eche local government is already doing a project at Aba community, which would have eluded us this opportunity. But because of love and care, this cannot be enough to thank you, Honorable Dr. A.V. Anyanwu, for the gesture of love shown to the people of Umechem.
The news continues after these messages. Welcome back. Filling stations in Port Harcourt have increased the price of petrol, selling between 210 naira and 230 naira. Some of them were closed for business yesterday in what our correspondent gathered is linked to the recent product distribution issue. But Ibman Secretary of the Port Harcourt Depot Unit, Chibike Ozo AGK, is insisting there is no need for panic buying. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Ozo AGK said the recent increase could be linked to the forces of demand and supply, as some filling stations deal with the impact of the recent petrol distribution issues. He, however, said more products are expected into the state.
We can never get more than this. And last time I said that it was just a little hiccup, the rate of distribution. That is exactly the point. In fact, right now, we have improved distribution. As I speak, 15 products are on the way, coming to both PH and every other coastal state vessels can reach. So I still advise that people should not indulge in panic buying at all. As per the price, we continue to sell at government prices.
Recall that last week our correspondent reported that petrol trucks have been packed at a Bonima wharf for over 1 week, waiting to load petrol at the depot. Meanwhile, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, says the federal government will do away with petroleum subsidy by June 2023. Mrs. Ahmed said this yesterday in Abuja during a press conference to mark the end of the 28th National Economic Summit. She said removal of fuel subsidy is part of the federal government's medium-term plan in the budget. She, however, said the challenge remains how to go about removing the subsidy. As you may know, fuel subsidy gulped 2.565 trillion naira between January and August 2022. In the medium-term expenditure framework, the federal government is proposing to spend 3.3 trillion naira on fuel subsidy between January and June 2023. On the international scene, U.S. President Joe Biden says it is unlikely that the missile that killed 2 people in Poland on Tuesday was fired from Russia. Polish officials said the Russian-made missile landed in Zawodol on the Ukrainian border. Earlier reports had suggested Russia was to blame for the blast. Moscow denied the allegations, speaking from the G20 summit in Bali. Mr. Biden said preliminary information contested the reports. On the news this morning, you heard political parties in Rivers State have been urged to challenge the new executive order in court. Court has remanded another set of foreign nationals in Port Harcourt for oil theft. The federal government is insisting that fuel subsidy will end in June next year. On the foreign scene, Russia has denied responsibility for Poland blast. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. Weather in Port Harcourt this morning. Collect your PVC and vote. Your vote is your voice. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.